when you ask about advice for how to take this ahead, or what to how to deal with, I would say that let's just be true. Let's just experience it wholeheartedly, and also to understand that there is no one way you can predict this, right? And so I would refrain from giving advice or tips or quick tips or workable solutions. You will get a lot of that on a simple Google search. I think the participants who are here to talk about, or to understand more process based or experience based. How does it go, how does it flow, what do we do? So yeah, so I hope I'm taking this somewhere. Can you repeat what you were saying, Renuka? I'm just a bit lost in my own thoughts.
What do you have to say, or what do you want to advise someone who is an expectant mother, or who feels that they won't be a good enough mother
The good,
before they have a baby?
right, the good enough mother. That's very important. That's what I was missing in my thought. So good enough mother is great space to be in. Perfect mother, a good mother, that's a very challenging space to be in, because that doesn't exist. That doesn't exist. No, nobody is a perfect parent, nobody is a perfect mother, nobody is, but you are the parent, you're the mother for your child, you're the only one. If you walk in with your hair all over the place, with stains on your t-shirt, and with like breakfast stuffed in your mouth, and you walk into to feed your baby, you are it. You are the parent, and you're the caregiver of the child, right? The child doesn't care about what you're wearing, how you're presentable, or anything, what your degrees are, what your work is like. The child doesn't care, which is why it becomes even more hard to kind of work around this, because this person actually can seem so needy and demanding, and here you are trying to kind of provide. So it's a very you must allow for a balanced dance. You figure out who's leading. Sometimes you're leading, sometimes the other child is leading, sometimes your child is leading. It helps to understand that not to put pressure on yourself to do it right all the time, what the books say, or what my mother did, or what my mother-in-law tells me to do, or what my other friend did. She's so good. We put ourselves down so much as mothers, because we think motherhood is a test. Motherhood is it's supposed to feel hard. It's supposed to feel like you're supposed to feel like you have to do certain things a certain way. And then you also get into comparisons, like everybody seemed to be doing it better than me. Oh, look at her pregnancy glow, she's possibly eating better than me, I'm also going to do that. Or she's going for this class, I must attend this class too. So when you bring in comparison very early on, and I know you need, why even we need comparisons is because, again, the reality of it is never put out there. You see on television commercials these glowing mothers, and when I would have to experience that, and I'd be nauseous. I was nauseous throughout my pregnancy, and I'd be like, what, doesn't she feel like puking like I do all the time? And I felt instantly, like you said, not good enough. So I had to really break that and say, I'm not going to feed into this, or they're not going to allow them to feed into my experience. And that's where I had to, kind of create boundaries, healthy boundaries around what I allow in my mothering experience, what works for me, what works for my family, for my child, most importantly, the bond, the importance between me and the child, and what works there, rather than how I'm perceived, or rather than even in my mind, how I'm meant to be, because even that mind is so deeply conditioned by so many ways of of typical ways of being a mother, or the right way to be a mother. So it's really about a lot of unlearning, a lot of relearning, and a lot of growth. And if you're ready for that, it's going to be a very enriching experience.
I agree. It is a very enriching experience, because you start to know a lot about yourself as well, right? Since the day you get pregnant, about how you are perceiving it, and how you're taking every little milestone that comes your way. So long story short, for everyone, just try not to compare your journey of motherhood with what is depicted in media, or of what somebody else has gone through, because each pregnancy in itself is different. Each journey to conceive a child is different. So obviously, the journey of becoming a mother is also very different. And what just matters, like Gunjan said, is the equation that you share with your child, the understanding and the bond that you and your baby share together. And it starts right from the moment that the baby is in your belly. They don't have to be out and in your arms for that relationship to begin.